most coaches, consultants, service-based businesses do that's causing 90% of your sales calls to fail. Now, there's going to be a lot of people going to resist this, but this is something that is not really talked or really understood by most people. But for real, 90% of your sales calls, they don't get closed because the coach wasn't speaking to the right type of person to begin with. And I have been researching and studying this for quite some time. And I see this happen over and over and over again. I've seen it happen with, prospects. I've seen it happen with my clients. It's happened to me many times, many coaches I've spoken to. And so this is a consistent thing. And sometimes it's very hard to miss it because you think, oh, I'm talking to the right person, but there are little nuances here and there. Because even if you're like not that great, terrible at sales, you can easily actually make a sale when you present the right offer to the right person at the right time. Okay. The problem is most people don't really have an idea of exactly who the right person is for their offer, even though they may think they do, right? They're like, oh, I know it's this person. But we're going to talk a little bit more about this, and I'll give you some examples of what I've seen when it comes to really nailing down who the right person is for your offer, who's going to say yes. Because at the end of the day, the right person for your offer is the person who's going to, first and foremost, of course, get great results, right? They're going to implement, they're going to get great results, and they see value in that result. Because if they don't see value in it, they're not going to really care to invest at a premium level, or they're not going to take it seriously, or whatever it may be, right? These are the people who are willing to pay premium, or people who are going to get great results because they see what the path is, and they value what you're putting out there. They value that service, they value that offer. Now, before we get more into the nitty-gritty details, and I give you some examples of what this looks like, I want to say hello. If you're meeting me for the first time, my name is Oninya Nike. I'm a coach, strategist, consultant, YouTuber, what else? Podcaster. I'm a mom. Of three beautiful babies. I'm a wife, and I do many things. But what I do is I help you to master your message, your unique message, so that you can attract and land more premium clients in your business with consistency, which is the key there, is knowing month after month that you have a plan in place, you have a message that's dialed in so that you can continuously bring in high quality leads who turn into dream clients. Okay. So let's jump into understanding what it is to really be speaking to the right person and understand who that is for your business. Okay. So I'm going to explain by using a boat. So let's say you're selling a boat and you've decided that the perfect fit person for your boat is someone who's in the age range of maybe 40 to 60. They got that money. They're making, six figures and beyond a year in their business or their career, profession, it doesn't matter. They have a family and they enjoy the outdoors. Makes sense. It sounds like a perfect fit client, right? This is someone who has purchasing power, they have the money, right? And they enjoy boats. So why would they not be a perfect fit? What if I told you that this person is marketing their offer to people who do fit this criteria? However, they live in Arizona, the desert, where I live, okay? The problem is that 90% of these people don't live near a lake, so they don't need nor do they want a boat. They may go somewhere off to another state, right, to get a boat, or to, go to a boathouse, or, have a lake house or something for their vacation. But when it comes to the current marketing, they live in Arizona. We don't have for miles in the desert water. So that's where the discrepancies happen. When this person was developing their ideal client profile, they forgot a critical detail. They got everything else right, but they're talking to people who don't really need or value that boat because they don't live near the water. They don't own a lake house. Versus if you had then positioned your messaging and you had nailed down even further, drilled down even further with your niching down to people who are actually living near the water, or own a lake house, then the boat is a necessity. It's a need. It's something that you would sell out, no questions asked, right? And this is happening when it comes to coaches all the time. So I see a lot of like financial experts and financial coaches who want to help people who are like struggling, financially, maybe who have bad credit, no savings, and they're like, I can help you, build up your credit, build up your savings, get you out of bankruptcy. I see this quite a bit actually. It's very interesting, and it's noble, and comes from a place of a good heart and impact. And I get that. However, these people cannot afford to invest, right? Especially whether you're premium or not. These are people who are drowning in debt. These are people who don't have savings or good credit. So, financially, they're in a really tight spot. They couldn't invest in getting the help or support they needed from, let's say, a coach or an expert. They probably have to go to maybe a nonprofit or, pro bono, those types of things. But I see a lot of coaches trying to market this type of have the heart to serve and take care. These people don't have the funds to pay you appropriately, right? Unless you're willing to do it for free. Okay. Or I've seen coaches who want to work with teenagers, and I love this, but they're not understanding that like the teenager is not the decision maker ultimately when it comes to the financial piece of it, right? They can't make financial decisions to invest in your coaching. So even though your target audience is the like teenagers is who you want to work with, the person that you're truly supposed to be speaking to is their parents, their guardians, the people who actually have the checkbook and can actually write you a check or pass you the credit card for you to invest in for them to invest in whatever that offer is for their teenager. So those are some of the examples of discrepancies when we're creating our ideal client avatar, where we may be missing the mark. And so our messaging isn't really honed in on some of those smaller pieces that are really actually very crucial. And so when you get people on calls, maybe they're not, you haven't done the real work to understand that, and you're getting the no, I can't afford it, or, I'm not ready, whatever it may be. I'll give you another example. A relationship coach for entrepreneurs that I know struggled to close 90% of her calls. And she was kind of getting all these objections. And when I asked her in terms of like, who's signing up for you, it was mainly new business owners who weren't making a lot of money yet, right? And they don't have a lot of time for their personal life. Her messaging wasn't dialed in. Like she wasn't really clear on who her ideal person was, even though she knew it was like entrepreneurs, right? She's like a relationship coach, a love coach for entrepreneurs. But you have to think about it. If you're attracting newer coaches, newer business owners, their focus is on growing their business. If they're not making money, their focus, their number one priority is making money. They're not going to value the matchmaking skills or services as much, even if that's what they desire, because that's not where they're at in their life. That's not the main priority. They've got to put money in their business, into the business. Their time, their energy, their money is going to be focused on building that business, on making income. And so they're not going to be willing to invest in their relationship at a high level at that point. Now, obviously, when they're more successful, right? If you're talking to more successful, six-figure, seven-figure business owners who, they have a plan in place, they have strategy, they're growing, they're scaling, who have their stuff together. Now, those people are more willing to invest in their relationship because they have the money. They're not struggling in terms of, can I afford a coach at this point? No, they have the money. They're more likely to invest the time, which is also important when you're dating, right? You've got to date people, talk to people. It's a time and energy commitment. So they'll actually have the time to date people. They'll have the money to go on dates. They'll have the energy, the focus to be serious on trying to, find their partner or whatever it may be. So you've got to understand that whatever problem you're solving or whatever niche you're in, that problem needs to be the number one single most important thing for your person, right? You have to understand nuances, and you have to make sure that that's the thing that keeps them up at night. The problem you're solving needs to be priority number one, not priority number like 10. I'll get to it. And it needs to be focused on what are I should say, the attributes your niche needs to have in order to be successful, in order to win, in order to get results. Okay. So you have to understand your perfect fit person. They have to be at a very particular stage of their journey. So like the boat, it's great that they have all these things. They have the money, the family, the desire for boats, but they don't have the location. So for them, it's not a number one priority. They don't care, right? That relationship. But the expert, who's a financial expert, they have the heart to serve, but they can't serve people who do not have the financial capital to invest at that level. And for the relationship coach, great niche, obviously helping entrepreneurs. But when you're talking to people who are just starting off their business, who are just trying to get their thing off the ground, it's not a number one priority. It's like third or fourth on their list. Understand where your person is in their journey will help you understand how you speak to your people, your messaging, how you're crafting your messaging. What are you saying? How are you calling out to those specific attributes, those specific places they need to be in their journey in order to get results, in order for them to value what you're doing and prioritize it as like, I need this result now. Like I need this outcome. This is what's keeping me up at night. This is what I'm desiring. I'm wanting all the time above all else. Okay. Because even if people aren't a good fit for your offer, when you get on the sales calls, they're going to say no, right? Even if people are like a good fit for your offer, when you get on the sales calls, they're going to say no because they're not, at the right space. Okay. It's not a priority for them in their life right now. So we want to make sure we speak to that which is a priority for people. So you want to get clear on who that person is, who values what you have to offer, and is at the right stage in their life, their relationship, business, career, whatever it may be, in order to be able to say yes and it be a resounding, confident yes to your offer. Okay. So if this is something that you're not sure about, definitely feel free to drop it in the comment section. Let me know, who is your avatar? Have you done what is your niche? Have you done some of this deeper niche dives to make sure that you actually are speaking to the right person in your messaging? Because a big part of your messaging is understanding who you're speaking to. And when you understand what that at a deep level, then your messaging can really connect and resonate and move the ball forward in your business and have people reaching out to you, wanting your offer because they see it as must have, as a go-to, as the thing, right? It's priority number one that needs to be taken care of and resolved. Okay. As always, I will see you all tomorrow. If you have any questions or if you just want a deeper dive conversation, find me in Messenger. I'm in there, and let me know where you're at, what you need. I'll take a look at your message, give you some feedback from what I'm seeing. And if it makes sense, obviously, I will share how we can work together on a deeper level to help you really master your message and start bringing in more consistent leads and clients on a monthly basis. All right, my friends, until tomorrow, have a wonderful rest of your day.